guys, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to another WIP Wednesday. If you're new to my channel, I'm Adrian, and Kiwi is my parrot. The way this usually works is I show you guys my finished projects for the last week, and then we discuss what I might be working on for the upcoming 7 days. I actually this week got quite a bit done. I'm pretty proud of myself, actually. Now, granted, all of these were half-finished projects that have been kind of floating around my bedroom. I do have a lot of those. Yeah, there's a lot. But I'm really hoping to kind of catch up on some of these projects. That's why I've been, rather than starting new ones, leaning more towards finishing up projects. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this little one. So I started this one back in, I don't know, sometime around Halloween. Her head is a little bit wobbly. That's because at the time I didn't have any foam curlers, which if you guys have problems with floppy heads or are interested in looking into the foam curlers, I will link some of those down in the description box for you to try. So I used a 3mm hook to make her. I'll also link her pattern. It's a free pattern by Jess Huff. I used it's a Hobie cake. I think Universal, something like that. I know the colorway is called Outer Space. Let me see if I can. This is what I have left. Probably I'm gonna have Benjamin recake this anyways. Yeah, it's called Universal XL. It's 98% acrylic and 2% polyester. So that is what the label looks like. And the color number is 17, but I believe on the website it's called Outer Space. And there are, let me see how many yards is in this. It's 100 grams, and there was 240 yards in this ball. You can see it's a self-striping yarn. It's a self-striping yarn. I tried to do a little bit of color work. I'm just going to have Benjamin recake this for me later. I tried to do a little bit of color work. You know, I started with a lighter color. It kind of faded into the darker purple and then into the blue. And then the top half of her dress is the dark blue color. And then you can actually see it's, well, maybe you guys can't. I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but it fades from the blue to the dark purple under here. And then I used what was left to do her dress. Now, her skin tone is kind of jaundicey. That's because when I first started this project, I didn't have a very good skin tone color that was the right weight to match this weight. So she does, at least to me, look a little bit jaundicey. But that's okay. But her skin and her hair and this portion of her arms and her legs are all made with this yarn that I have back here in these bins. So that yarn I get off of Amazon, and they come in 50 different colors, and you get them all as a pack, and I think you get like 44 yards each. And what I do a lot of the time is I really like that particular yarn for amigurumi because it's a thinner weight, and I can use, you know, a 3mm or 3.5mm, and it keeps the projects fairly small. even if their head is floppy. I should have maybe put some wire in her hat to keep it out, but if you're interested in that yarn, I will also link it in the description box below. You know, I'm running low on it. I know it doesn't look like it from the looks of that bin. There's some colors that I have like huge ball ofs because I don't use those colors very often. And then like I have no white, no black. So I'll have to go in at some point and, you know, buy, you know, packages of that stuff. It's good for having a wide range of colors when you're doing amigurumi because, you know, while I chose to do this one in an ombre sparkly yarn, I could have done it in any one of those colors, like that reddish brown one right there. I could have used that to make her dress if I wanted. You know, it just gives it a wider range of colors to play with when you're doing the amigurumi. That's why I like those so much. And then of course this little tag comes from the Hobby Point store, HOBBII, right? Yeah, that's what it is, or HOBBI. I think it's 2 I's at the end. Anyways, I get these from the Point store, and they're just wooden tags that say handmade. I really like to put them on the items that I put in Scream Hollow. So another item that I got finished this week was the bunny rabbit that I've been showing you each week that's been stuck in a Ziploc bag. This is my Earth Day bunny for 2025. I know Earth Day is not until April 25th. I'm aware. This guy actually got started quite a while back, and he never got finished. So now he's going to be my 2025 Earth Day bunny. You can see, so this variegated color or self-striping color, whatever you want to call it, was a vintage red heart color. Red Heart Windtuck, something like that. It was like a sport weight yarn. And I used a 3mm hook. Now, I actually ran out of it before I finished his little arm. And you can see his little arm right here is actually made from that yarn back there. I finished like the last 2 or 3 rows up. And you can't really tell that that color isn't part of the colors. I mean, like it blends pretty well considering it's with a variegated, but these last 2 rows on this arm are actually solid colored, and it's a completely entirely different yarn, but you'd never guess it. You know, and then of course his nose is also that yarn back there. You know, and his little handmade tag, they actually come in packages with one large and one small, and then they come with these clip in together where you once you have them clipped in, though, you can't get them off unless you like poke something down in that hole. But so these were the 2 amigurumi that I finished this week. Like I said, I know it's like 4 months before Earth Day, but I have me a little Earth Day bunny, and he's gonna, well, you can't see my windowsill. He's gonna sit somewhere at least until Earth Day, and then maybe he'll go to a new home. I don't know. I haven't decided. I have made so many of these bunnies, guys. I used to make them for Easter and put them in my Etsy shop and sell them for like $12, and I would get so many sales, and I just haven't had the time to make bunnies up like that because I'm always making stuff for Scream Hollow, because I always sell out at Scream Hollow. I don't know. So he may end up in the Etsy shop. I haven't really decided. I don't know. But I thought he was a cute little Earth Day bunny with his blues and greens. So the other thing that I finished was actually the gray hoodie that I I had the soda exploded all over it while I was making it. And I will put a couple of pictures over here so that you guys can see that, because actually my sister-in-law, she kind of staked claim over it, and she was like, I'm keeping this, it's perfect, it's beautiful, blah blah blah, you just got to finish the other sleeve. So I finished up the sleeve for her, and she has already come and picked it up. She came and picked it up, I think, on Sunday. But that hoodie has garnered a lot more attention than some of my other makes. I actually had a request from somebody to make one for their birthday, which, being who it is, I'll go ahead and give that to her as her gift for her birthday. And then I had somebody say that they wanted one, so I actually listed that hoodie in my Etsy shop as a made-to-order item, where you can pick your colors, or pick your color and then pick your size. I will be doing a tutorial on how I make that hoodie as soon as the yarn gets here, because I also have to make my niece one using a different yarn, but I'm making my niece one for her birthday on the let's check, because I don't remember. I just know it's in February. Yeah, my niece's birthday is on the 15th of February, and so I have to do that tutorial and get that finished up before the 15th of February. That yarn should be here tomorrow, actually. I'm using a Caron Cinnamon Swirl for the tutorial, because her favorite color is orange, and so her mom and I picked out the colorway Heat Wave. It's not going to be color controlled, but that's what you can expect out of that tutorial, is seeing that colorway. And I'm going to show you how to make that hoodie. The only difference really is that the gray one was made out of a latte cake, and the one in the tutorial will be made with the cinnamon swirls. I also got some yarn to attempt to make myself one, because I'm still trying to make myself one. Hopefully I get to keep this one. But yeah, so those are the plans. That's what's going on with the gray hoodie. I did finish that up, and I'm really happy to be finished with it. And so now I'm just kind of working on odd amigurumi projects that I've got laying around. Now I do have, y'all would have seen Monday's video probably. And this guy, so I started another monster. This is what his body, and his tongue is twisted, but so I started another monster out of the Monsters Crochet book, which is somewhere amongst my mess. Like, I clean this mess up and then it just magically becomes messy again. I don't know. And then the arms that I picked out specifically for the hands. And I've reached the point where I'm supposed to be adding the elbow. Since I made that video on Monday, or since I made Monday's video, this guy has been in timeout, and I have not tried to do the elbow again. However, Crystal from Hook That Yarn, she managed to figure it out. I sent her some pictures of just the arm, and how you would crochet the arm, and she managed to figure out the elbow, so it can be done. It's something that I'm doing wrong. It's not a mistake in the book. It's me. I think what I did is, I think I may have skipped row 28, but I have not opened the book up yet to take a look and see just exactly what it is that I'm missing, or why. it's not working for me, because it could very well be I was tired. It could very well be that I was just missing row 28 altogether. There's no telling. Which may or may not mean that I need to go back and count how many rows I have for his little arm. But basically, this guy is going to have some long arms and some long legs, and he's going to have his little claws. Which, another thing you guys can expect here soon. A lot of people have asked me about these claws. So I'm probably going to be doing a full-length video on those claws, where you can get them, what each of them look like, because I have found, now they in the Monsters book, they use them as well, but I have found lots of different shapes, lots of different sizes, and so you could probably bet here in the next couple of days you're going to see a video on where I get the claws, how, and yeah, all of this stuff for these little guys. They're really cool, although I'm going to mention now, they are not recommended for children. When I got these, I was surprised at how sharp they are. This is not a toy that I would give to a child because of those claws, at least not a small child. If it was, you know, maybe a 10, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, fine, a teenager, you know, that kind of thing, I wouldn't worry too much. But a small child that might put it in his mouth or poke itself in the eye with it, I wouldn't. Yeah, you guys know what I'm carrying on about. So yeah, I'll probably be working on this guy at some point. He's got blue glittery eyes. He was very monochromatic. I think the last guy, the orange one that I did, was kind of monochromatic as well. I mean, because he had yellow pads and he had a yellow mustache, but I mean, yellow and orange kind of go together. So I'm thinking that's kind of monochromatic as well. But he's got the blue stripes and stuff, and so the blue stripes, blue eyes, you know, silver claws, you name it. He's very monochromatic. I think the next one I do, once I get this one finished, I think I would like to do one in purple. And I already have that yarn picked out. And it's actually a vintage yarn that I found at the thrift store. It's called Perfect Puff. And it's a brushed premium acrylic sport weight yarn. And this colorway is plum. Like I said, I found this at the thrift store for 50 cents apparently. There's not a whole lot of information on here, mostly because the label is falling off and I don't want to pull it completely off. But so yeah, I think I want to make a purple one out of this color. I was thinking like one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. The book doesn't have wings, but I can make some wings. Like, that'll be fine. But that's what I had in my head, was one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that. That is gonna be the inspiration for the purple monster. Maybe at some point before I take all of the monsters to Scream Hollow, I will have to do like a photo shoot or something with all of the different ones that I've made up. Because so far I have made one in, like, I made an orange one. I'm working on a blue one. Maybe I'll do kind of monochromatic ones, and then I can like line them up in a rainbow or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking. But aside from that, let's see, last night, something that I started, if I don't pull the stitches out. Do you guys know what this is? You guys know what this is? I bet you guys do, because you guys see me making them all the time. I have already started work on bats. Now, this one is, I'm working up out of scrap Lion brand mandala sequins, so you can see some of the sequins that are coming up on it. But if you look on the inside, if I turn this inside out, you'll see there are a lot more sequins on the inside of this bat than what there are on the outside, and I feel like that just happens with the sequins yarn. It seems like the sequins just naturally end up on the inside. Even when I was working with the mandala sequins to make garments, I noticed there always seemed to be more sequins on the inside of the cardigan than what there was on the outside. But this guy is a bat, so he doesn't need a lot of sequins on the outside. I'm just getting ready to put the eyes in. So yeah, I'm already starting on bats. So you guys will eventually get to see the first bat update for 2025. And if you're new to the channel, the way that works is from now all the way up until I would say November, early November, mid-November. You guys keep track of how many bats that I make for Scream Hollow, because a lot of times what happens is I sell out and then I have to make more. And then whoever guesses closest without going over is the winner of the bat giveaway. And then hopefully this upcoming year we can also do at the end of 2025, we can also do the label and the yardage giveaway that I did for 2024 as well. So usually at the end, if you're new to my channel, usually at the end of the year, there's some pretty large giveaways that I do towards the end of the year. I don't do very many during the year, and if I do, they're usually much smaller. I have been thinking about doing a members only giveaway for February, just because I already did 2 big ones for December and January, and then I have the bat giveaway in November. But I was thinking about doing a small one in February or March. I think I did a small members only giveaway. I did a small members only giveaway in November as well. I did the hot chocolate one. So yeah, I don't know. I might do it in February. I might do it in March. I'm not really sure. I do have in mind what I want to give away for that members only video. So if you guys aren't a member, you might want to check out possibly becoming a member, because I do occasionally have member-only giveaways, and it gives you other perks too. You get, a better view into my life. The videos are a little bit more personal. You get to see into my life, things like that. Emojis and all kinds of nifty little perks, whatever. I'm sure most of you guys know about it. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that yes, I am starting to make bats already. I don't know when that guy's going to be finished or how many I'm going to have anytime soon. Because, like I said, I still have at least 2 hoodies to make. I have 1 hoodie tutorial, 1 summer top tutorial to make from last year that I never got around to filming. I feel like I've got a ton of stuff to do. But, so anyways, for this week, I will probably be finishing up this monster, finishing up probably this bat, and then starting on the tutorial for the hoodie so that I can get that up as soon as possible, because I do want to get my niece's hoodie finished before her birthday. And then my next big project after her hoodie will be another hoodie for somebody else's birthday. So yeah, busy. Anyways, guys, I think that's probably all I have for you. I know I have an upcoming yarn haul video coming up. I'm still waiting on everything to get here. So it'll be, I think that's going to be the first yarn haul of 2025. One second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Mom was calling with shipping questions because I spend a lot of time shipping stuff out, and apparently I'm the person to go to for questions about that. Anyways, as I was saying, so I do have an upcoming video, a yarn haul video, that I'm still waiting for stuff to come in on. And it's another mix of stuff from eBay and stuff from Michaels, and also this nifty little gadget that I initially seen on Mishi's channel. But I'll get into all of that in that video once everything gets here. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys come back. So yeah, if so, please give me a thumbs up and maybe share it my channel. I really appreciate it. I am trying to reach 2,100 subscribers by the end of 2025. So yeah, I will see everyone in the next video. Bye.